For those people that don't recognize this handsome man standing right here, I'm Dean's older, better-looking brother, Bobby. And I'm honored today to stand here and be his best man on his big day. What can I say about a man who's come from humble beginnings? A man who is quickly rising to the top of his profession based solely on intelligence, athleticism, good looks, grit, and the willpower to push where others have fallen. A man who was beginning to distinguish himself at a very high level amongst his peers, and where no one could say a bad word against him. But enough about me. What I'm really here this afternoon is to talk about my younger brother, Dean. And please don't worry. I read somewhere the best man's speech shouldn't take any longer than it takes for the groom to make love. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you... Joking. Right. But honestly, this speech won't be too long because of my throat. Anita's threatened to cut it if it goes on way too long, so. But before I say anything else, on behalf of my brother and his lovely bride, he looks absolutely stunning today. You do, Anita. I'd like to thank everyone that can make it here today and celebrate this special day with us. I'd like us all to take a special moment to appreciate and raise our glasses to Rochelle and Paul Ritchie for what has been thus far a wonderful celebration on such a special occasion. Cheers. And a quick toast again, I'd like to thank my parents, Janet and Robert Bowser, as well as Anita's parents, for molding such two great, magnificent people and having the luck of them found each other. Ooh, where am I at? What can I say about Dean? It's crazy to think how the times have gone by so fast. Feels like just yesterday we were dancing around in the family room to Huey Lewis, playing tackle football in the garage, breaking all of Poppy's things, down the basement spinning it around a barrel and throwing things at you. Or he would just be lost somewhere and show up soaking wet with salamanders and crabs in his pocket and no one knew where he was. Being an older brother, I always had to have an eye on you. Now, granted, we had our bumps, our bruises, our stitches, our scars, and definitely some scary times. But hey, you survived, and YOLO. For a lot of people to understand that you only live once, I know some of you older people out there. I honestly can't be more impressed with the man you become. Let's be honest, growing up, we didn't know what kind of path you would have taken, but with great family and friends, you become a man that we're all so ungodly proud of. And I know that Anita can be honored to call you hers. Anita, I now can count on you to keep an eye on Dean and keep him in line, as we know he will do the same to make sure you're always happy and smitten. Switch the page here. Obviously, being the best man, I was with Dean his last night of freedom, and I spent the last couple of months just talking to him and telling him how he's going to be such a great husband for Anita. So last night we were talking, and I asked him, what do you want from your marriage? And he said, well, I want to be a model husband, a future model father, and I want to be a model citizen. And then he looked at me and gave me that little cheesy grin that everyone I'm sure knows that Dean does. And he goes, I also want to be a model lover. So I Googled everything, and I Googled up lover. I Googled up with model men, and here's what it said right here: a small miniature replica of the real thing. So he's doing a great job so far. Anita, remember, men are like tiled floors. Lay them right the first time, and you can spend years walking all over them. Dean, firstly, you need to set the ground rules and establish who's boss, and then do everything Anita says. Finally, in conclusion, I spent the last month worrying about this speech and what I was going to say, and the real truth came to me last night, that nobody else could possibly stand where I am right now and feel more proud and honored than for me to represent Dean here on the biggest day of his life. Dale Carnegie once said, don't ask a man what's important to him, watch how he spends his time. And I've watched Dean spend his time, and I can really see what's important to him: hunting and fishing. But Anita, you're right there, right next to it. When I think of Dean and Anita's marriage, I think how two crazy, loving, somewhat immature, understanding people came together and found each other. You both have such love for each other and make each other smile and happy. It's such a beautiful yet makes me gag thing. I've been blessed to be a part of Dean's entire life, and even though we already have, I feel compelled to again welcome Anita into our family, and now the sister I've never had. I'm looking forward to having you both as a part of my life for many, many, many years to come. On behalf of the entire wedding party, I would like to thank you all and ask you all to raise your glasses. To the new Mr. and Mrs. Bowser, cheers. The underwear? The underwear? The underwear? I have one more little gift for Dean, by the way. This is a little pre-birthday present for him, pre-wedding gift for him. Everyone can see him. This is for Dean.